Good morning, folks. Good to see you again. It's early doors once again. Tide's just about full out, 6 a.m. Today we're at Dornoch Beach, flounder fishing. So I've got two rods out here fishing. The rod on my left has 5 hooks on it, a wee bit of beads and whatnot. That's fishing about maybe 45 yards out, just with salted mackerel. The bigger rod has 3 hooks on it, a 6-ounce lead, and I'm fishing that right out, maybe about 100 yards. There's a sandbank out there and I'm just on this side of it. The plan today is just to fish the tide up or until my bait runs out. I've got a box full of salted mackerel there. When it's done, that'll be me done and going home. So down in this corner where I would normally fish, there's a lot of green lettuce weed. So I'm actually a lot further up the beach from where I would prefer to be. But we'll just see how it goes. You know, I would love to be fishing in that corner there, seeing if I can pick something better up. But I'll play it by ear. We'll try for the flounders along here. There's a wee bit of movement on that big rod already. It's tapping away there quite the thing. The little rod's not had anything yet. There's been no movement on that at all. But the big one's had a couple of taps, so we'll see how it goes. The beaches have been fishing really poor. There has been the odd sea trout being caught and a few bass round at the Dornoch Bridge. As far as I know, not many people are fishing the beach here. Oh, that's a good pull on this rod here on the left. Definitely a flounder, that one. I'm not. Yeah, so that's been out a good 20 minutes. There's plenty of knocks on it. So I'll take it in and see what's happening here. Feels awful light actually. Don't know if there is anything on this. Not feeling any resistance. It's up on the surface already, which is a good sign. Looks like there might be a small fluke on here. Yeah, we've got one very small fluke by the looks of it. Yeah, very small indeed. Just get the seaweed off him. There we go, folks, just a very small fluke here. You can see it's just a nice wee flounder. Got a lot of sea lice on him. Loads of sea lice on him. Wow, that's a shame. I don't know if you're picking that up there. So I'll go and get this unhooked and I'll bring it back. So there we go, guys. We'll just go and get this little dude back. There you go, you can see the flatty bites again on this left-hand rod. I know it'll be difficult to see with the wind, but there's quite big rattles going on there occasionally. There's definitely flatty bites. Yeah, there you go, bang. So it doesn't look like they're big fish again. Aye, that's a good pull there. So I don't think there's anything on this one, so I'll not take you down. Pretty sure there's nothing on it. I'm not sure if you can pick that up, but there's a lot of blow coming up the beach there from our right. It's hard out the southwest and there's quite a flow going up the beach. So this little lead, I'm casting without using the grippers and it's just trundling its way up the beach. So I think what I'll do is the next cast, when I do take it in, I'm just going to start using the gripper leads on that. It's only a wee 3-ounce lead, so I'll just get that hooked onto the sand and get it tightened up. It's not always a bad thing to have a lead bouncing. Sometimes that can induce flatty takes quite a bit, but just with the amount of weed that's a wee bit further up the beach there, I'm right on the edge of it. I don't want that weight to be bouncing up and into it. Got a wee bit of weather coming on. It's closing in on us a wee bit. Not sure if you'll be able to see up there. The greenkeepers are hard at it. And there's the 10th hole at Royal Dornoch. Plays just down there. Boys cutting the fairways there. And you can see a couple of guys up on top of the hill there. That's the 7th. So yeah. Not a bad wee place to spend a couple hours. Oh, that's a good bite there, whatever that is. Something a bit better there. Oh, aye. There may have been a trout and it's gone and struck the bait. Oh. I'll just try to strike into that just to see if it'll hook. Yeah, I think this might be actually a flatty that's on here. Don't think it's big. Don't think it's a big flatty, but I forget how sensitive this rod actually is. It's really quite sensitive, so even a medium-sized flatty will be fair pulling it over. We've got setting on. And it's a wee flounder. There we go, folks. Another little flounder. There you go, folks. All unhooked, ready to go back. One of my brothers up there just pretending he's working. It might be my breakfast yet. There's not enough fish in it, that's for sure. No, I wouldn't. I certainly couldn't fish to order, that's for sure. It's good fun. Yeah. Look, I don't even need to be catching, I just enjoy being out, you know, I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh well.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
It was lovely seeing you, Sanders.
Well, if you hadn't said who you were, well, it's not long since I've seen you.
I know, yeah. Oh well. Well, take care of yourself anyway. Take care now. Bye bye. I think there may be a small one on it again. You can see another very small one. There's nothing of size at all here so far, but there's wee fella back before he's out the water too long. So guys, we're about 2 hours after the bottom of the tide on the rise. 3 flukes to show for it so far, all very small, all returned, swam off quite the thing. The big rod is really not fishing well at all. I think I'm going to take the circle hooks off it and put the size, I think it's size 2 Aberdeens I've got. I'll stick them on that as well and fish the 3 hooks there. There's absolutely nothing doing on that bigger rod though. So I think we'll swap it over, get smaller beads on it and just see if we can pick something up with that bigger rod as well. Encouraging to see so many small flukes, so it would be nice to see a couple of bigger ones obviously, but there's nothing much doing in the way of decent size close in. I'm just getting wee taps on that wee rod there, don't know if you've seen that. Again, very small flounder bites I think. We'll get it in and get it recasted I think. There you go guys, you can see again that the hooks are pretty much stripped, so you can see there's quite big beads on them with the circle hooks, and I'm going to swap them over actually, put the smaller hooks on and so I've gone and changed the trace up and put on the smaller beads with the size, I think it's size 2 Aberdeens, I'm not 100% sure, but they're quite small Aberdeen hooks on that. So I've gone and swapped it all over, small beads and small hooks. We've got a bit of weather coming in again, so I'm going to knock that camera off and then we'll take you back. But there is knocks on this right hand wee rod just now. So I'll let you know if there's anything decent on that. I'll get this wee one in I think. It's been out there a good 25 minutes now, so. No, another small flounder. Very small. There you go folks, just another very small flounder, absolutely riddled with sea lice. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's just covered in the wee things. Wee dude. There he goes. Away, quite the thing. Yep. He's gone. Happy days. That's fluky number 4. So yeah, not a bad wee session so far. It'd be nice to see something bigger, but beggars can't be choosers. Just get you set back up there and shift these rods again. here's the salted mackerel. It's just small chunks. They're probably, that's maybe 10mm wide there by 15mm long, so small chunks. Hook it through just the once is plenty, and then stick them out. So these will rehydrate when they're out in the water. They're quite dry, but they're very tough, so they stay on the hook really well. Fresh mackerel fall to bits, as everyone knows. Pretty much on the cast it'll fall to bits, but that there, hooked through once, is plenty strong enough. I mean, you're not going to even pull that apart the way it is. So yeah, it's good wee bait, easy to do. There's plenty of videos out there. If you look up Piscator UK, I think Douglas there does a fantastic salting of mackerel demonstration. So have a look at his. Use that salted mackerel bait, it's excellent. Good for sea trout as well. And that's another thing with this bait, because it's been salted, it holds the smell and the scent quite a bit, and because it's a lot tougher, you can actually recast it a couple of times as well if it's not been tampered with. So I've got 2 baits here that haven't been refreshed, 3 of them were stripped, so yeah, I'll just cast them back out. So guys, it's about mid-tide, just gone 8:30, almost 9:15, so tide's 12 o'clock, so we're just approaching halfway up. It's not going to be coming up the beach quite as quickly now. We're starting to go up the bank, so it'll slow down coming up the beach. There's not a lot to show for it. I've had 5 small flukes, which are lovely to see, so no blank, thankfully. There's not much in the way of big fish. I was kind of hoping to try and get maybe a small turbot or something, but no sign of them yet. That's not to say that they won't come in as the tide comes in. The big rod's not even had a knock really. I'm fishing that maybe about 60-70 yards, 10 o'clock from a position. There's a weed bed out there and I'm just fishing on the back of it just to see if there's a trout or anything poking about in there, but it's not had a knock at all. So I'm tempted to move further along the beach. So further south you've got a pinnacle of rocks that comes off before the beach turns sharply right into a shallower area. But just short of that pinnacle of rocks, I've noticed there's quite a big deep trough. So there's a trough and a gully that fills with water. And you'll be fishing between 2 sandbanks. I think that would be pretty good for flatties. I think they'll come into that hole, that channel, and just sit there and pick up anything that's moving through there, so you can fish really quite close in. I'm tempted to go up there. The only thing that's putting me off that, and I'll swing you around so you can see it. So just below that pole there, you can sort of see where it bellies in. And just the pinnacle of the rocks there, the point of the rocks, there's a sandbar that runs pretty much directly in line with me. So you've got maybe 45-50 yards of this channel, but the only thing that's putting me off is all that weed right there. That, oh, excuse the bad camera work, but yeah, you can see it right the way around that bay there. It looks like it's that brown sort of gnarly stuff that catches the line all the time. So I might take a wee wander up. The channel itself might be clear and might be fishable. So I'll maybe go and have a look at that, leave the rods here fishing, and then take a wander up and have a look. Just wade through and see if there's anything kicking about in there. Oh my word. So another small flatfish on this rod and all. In fact, there's 2. I think this is the smallest flatty I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Look at the size of this wee fella. Have you ever seen anything so small in your life? Wow. Bonny wee thing though. Beautiful wee. That's a wee dab it is. You can see the back of him there. But yeah, bonny wee fish. But we'll go and get this one back. And there's the other one there. You can see he's taking the hook down, so I'll go and get this out of him. So I'll just show you these. So we've got a little Aberdeen hook there. You'll be able to see that. I'll get rid of that bait. Hold on. A little Aberdeen. It's crimped on there just so it can swing about and look a bit more natural. Then I've got a wee row of beads. They're about 3mm. And then another crimp just like a stopper. And then I've got just a small length, maybe about 10 inches, and that goes on a snap swivel. Now these are really quite handy. You see there, just unsnap it, back up to get the disgorgers, and then you can work away at them then, the bait needle, pull the line back through the gills and get the hook turned and come away, and you've not got that weight pulling on the hook and everything as well, so it's really quite good just to be able to unclip them, get them back up, get them unhooked, get them back in really quickly. Just bait it once you're up there, reclip it, fire it back in. So yeah, that's how I do it. You can take these off at the end of the day as well. Just coil up your trace, and then these go onto your wee foams. The foam then can get washed, and these are good for quite a few sessions. They're not going to rust and break and everything. So you can get them washed, get them in soapy water, and yeah, they'll last quite a while. But yeah, really good wee tip that, guys. Just a wee snap swivel. I've got the crimped, it's a crimped dropper on it, so there's a swivel onto the crimp there as well. Just unhook it and off you go. So yeah, a wee tip there for you. I'll show you here just now. So there's my salted mackerel, just straight through once. That's it. Nice and simple. Don't need to be fancy, no bait elastic, nothing. It's just a nice small bait, nice mouthful for a fluke, and off you go. Yep, that's a big bite. That's a sea trout, I think. Let's see what we've got here. Is it on? Yep, it's on. Let's see what we've got. I think this may be a sea trout, guys. So guys, we've got a sea trout and we've also got a flounder. There we go, guys. Sea trout, around about 1.5 pounds, just over 1.5 pounds I would say. A young male, you can see he's got the hook jaw there. There's a wee bit of blood, he's got a wee cat in his mouth there. We'll get him back. Settle, mate. Settle down, settle down. You're going back. Unfortunately, that sea trout isn't going to go back. He's on his way out, I'm afraid. Pretty devastated at that, to be honest. But he'll not go to waste. Good eating in sea trout, so can deal with this fluke. There we go, a nice wee fluke again. He'll go back. Yep, he's away strong. Wow. He's off like a bullet. Yeah, I think there's a little flatty on this right hand rod here. You can just see it gently pulling back and then springing back, and yeah, you see it there, just that dink, dink. So there is a flatty on it, but we'll get that in before he swallows the hook. Patience is the name of the game. Just be patient with the bites, let them develop, especially if it's flatfish and you know it's a flatty bite. Just let them develop. And like I say, when they're in there making a commotion, puffing sand up, it gets the other ones a wee bit excited too. And the chances are you're going to pick up more than one on each cast. So just let them develop. So guys, we're mid-tide, just above mid-tide now actually. It's just coming up at 10 o'clock, so I've been fishing about 3 hours and 40 minutes. It was pretty mad there earlier, pretty much a fish a cast. I think I only had about 3 or 4 casts where I didn't actually have a fish. It's gone really quiet this last half an hour, pretty much since I had that sea trout. I've not had a bite in a while, but you always tend to find that there's always a lull where the fish just seem to turn off, and then once they get up close to the top again, they'll start again, and you fish maybe an hour in the back of the tide, going back the way again, and they'll pick up as well. You know, it'll fish right through the high and then into the start of the dropping tide. So we're just in that little lull. We'll keep the baits in the water. Still got plenty of bait left, so I might even be able to fish the hour going back down as well. So I think I'll just get this big rod in and get it rebaited and back out there. I've seen a couple of wee touches on it. Like I say, I don't think a flatty or that is going to put much of a bend in this rod. But yeah, we'll get it back in, get them freshened up and stick it back out there. Such beautiful wee things. Really nice patterns on them. Just the underside of them there. I'm going to fish this a lot closer in this time. I think I'm actually beyond any fish now, just with getting so deep. So 30-40 yard flick, really close in, and just see if we can pick anything up. We'll see how they do. I say this right hand rod is no more than maybe 30 yards out now, 35 maybe at a push. The big rod is out quite a long way. That's out by the weed beds still. Still hoping to pick up maybe a bass or something away out there. Maybe even a bigger turbot or a turbot. That'll all be nice. It's probably the biggest flatty of the day, to be honest, but it's still small. Lovely wee thing. That's me done and dusted. Very successful in terms of numbers, not so much in size, but thoroughly enjoyed it. Almost 7 hours of sheer enjoyment. The first 3.5, 4 hours was pretty much fish a cast. There was the odd cast that was coming back in, probably because I was actually taking in too early. You know, as the tide came up nearer full, the fishing really died off. I only had about 5 or 6 fish in the last 2 hours there, so not an awful lot. It was delighted to catch a sea trout, devastated that it didn't go back. It was just bleeding a lot, and I did try and put it back, revive it for a good few minutes, but there was just no danger it was going back. It actually swam back to the shore and beached itself and was near dead. So I'll take that home, give it to my mum and dad. They'll enjoy that for their tea tonight. But yeah, that's Dornoch Beach, guys. Fishes really well at times, but the size is not brilliant. It would be nice. I would rather get 3 or 4 really good size flukes than, you know, the 16 flounders that I had that were, I mean, none were bigger than my hand. A couple of dabs, small dabs, and then obviously the sea trout as well. So it can fish really well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers, folks.